So the internet has collectively declared this is like Nintendo's like worst game. This game is called Princess Peach Showtime. If you're living under a rock, Nintendo is trying something new. They're trying to make this into like the Luigi's Mansion. The next big thing. And I just don't think people really care about this game all too much. I think I kind of agree with this person here. I don't think people care about Peach Showtime all too much here. Like this is supposed to be like Nintendo's big game, and it's just like, or I'll be like, nah, that's what this game is. We're gonna pass by it. We're not even gonna buy the game. We're not even gonna, play it. Okay, released. Zero friends except for that one short one at least. Yeah, there was nothing about this game. There was no hype. There was no one talking about this game. Obviously, you had all the Nintendo YouTubers talking about this game. This site and Nintendo YouTube, like there was no thing about Pete's Showtime. Okay, nobody in the world cares about this game. Oh, the game still managed to sell like 100,000 copies in Japan, a similar amount of copies in Europe, and a similar amount of copies in the US. Probably about 300 4,000 copies in the US. So there were some people who cared about the game. I still think the game will sell 1 to 2 million copies. Because I do think that a lot of people will still buy the game over time. It is still a Nintendo game, but I don't think it will be what Nintendo was hoping for, like a new Luigi's Mansion, this new big thing that they could expand into as well. You know, Zero discussion on release. Well, of course, the game was discussed on YouTube by Nintendo YouTubers and only Nintendo YouTubers, which is a pretty bad sign for your game. I know Nintendo YouTubers are like diehard fans of Pete's, of Nintendo, and Nintendo games. The game is really, we're still using this argument. The game is made for little babies. Okay, the game is made for everybody. Do you see the rating here? E10 plus. Actually, the game is rated E10 plus, not E for everyone. That means the game is made for people 10 plus, which again, I don't really take ESB ratings too seriously. I would rate the game as like an E7 plus, but they don't have that rating out now for some strange ass reason. They just have like a E for everyone, which is basically anyone below like the age of 6 and 7. Basically, little toddlers can play the game, but basically anyone who is over the age of 7 or 6 can probably play this game. Anyone can enjoy the game. Okay, same thing of the whole random hate towards Mario Wonder. Anyone can enjoy Mario Wonder. It is selling poorly. Well, compared to Dragon's Dogma, yes, but it's, of course, only on one console. It's, I think the game at this point with physical copies sold around 700,000 copies. Digital copies, we didn't even talk about, probably sold around 900,000 copies, I think so. Which means a decent amount of people did buy the game, but for a massive game, I think it's going to have not that too great rigs. Obviously, it's a game that I don't think people really care all too much about. This is the only game of the year. Okay, if you don't count ports, what an effing disaster. Okay, this year is supposed to be like a transitional year from the Switch to the Switch 2. Of course, Nintendo's not going to release these massive ass games that you're expecting. Of course, Nintendo has not really announced many games up until July. So it's a mystery of what Nintendo's releasing for the rest of the year. Nintendo, of course, may have like these massive bangers coming out at the end of the year. Also, I think Bowser Door is going to sell pretty well on the Switch. I just have this feeling, considering the fact that the game, literally sold out. It could, I think Bowser Door could have even pass 5 million copies globally on the Switch. I think it probably will and become the best-selling Paper Mario game ever. That would be probably pretty funny. And it'll probably prove to Nintendo that we want more of this stuff happening. More of the old and less of the new. And that's about this video here. So have you actually... And most people who played Pete's Showtime said it was a good game. Okay? It's only these people who complain about every single little, thing about every single little new Nintendo game, are unhappy with this. Okay? I'm glad that no one hasn't made friends about this because guess what? Most of the friends on this site are negative anyways. So, that means people must be enjoying the game. Same thing with Mario Wonder. Most people are enjoying the game, and everybody has forgotten about the negative discourse about Mario Bros. Wonder. And that's about this video here. Goodbye.